Noch einmal in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good morning, hippies. Paz en el barrio. I hope your day, your week is proceeding comfortably. A prior warning here, there's going to be a bit of profanity, maybe some blasphemy ensuing here forthwith, just so as you know. There was an image up on the web the other day of a kindly, elderly, gentle-looking Warren Buffett proclaiming modestly, "I could end the deficit in 5 minutes. You just pass a law that says anytime there's a deficit more than 3% of GDP, all sitting Congress members become ineligible for re-election." Don't you just love the sound of that? So self-assured, so reasonable, like some elder statesman or a grandfather bringing wise counsel to our gatherings, huh? But fuck me running. Who the hell is he kidding? What kind of fucking morons actually believe this turgid, runny crap? Well, the key phrase that tips you right off, which elevates this discourse from modest, dorm-level, late-night sophomoric speculation up to the level of complete, utter, unmitigated bullshit is this one. You just pass a law. Excuse me. I put this in the same class of moronic, imbecilic cluelessness as, well, all we need to do to roll back Citizens United and revoke corporate citizenship is to pass a constitutional amendment. Let's have a show, Mickey. We'll save the college. Just who the fuck you think is going to pass that law or that amendment? Oh yeah, we could fix the whole country if we could just pass a law. That's the whole goddamn problem. In a nutshell, we can't pass a fucking law. And Buffett and his billionaire buddies are mainly the ones who made it impossible. They've spent dozens of years and billions of dollars to set it up this way, packing the legislature with millionaires so that every deal redounds to their benefit, and we the people can't pass any laws that reduce their influence one fucking iota. They name the candidates, they finance them, they get them elected, they support them in office. Why? Well, because those skeevy Congress critters know exactly who owns them, who pays them, and who keeps them shitting in tall government cotton. Jesus fuck people. It's the same kind of purblind ignorance that I think sometimes occupies the likes of Robert Reich and Paul Krugman in their ambivalent conclusions about the teabaggers. They don't seem to understand there's a fundamental dynamic in this equation. It's this. The teabagger contingent is quite content if their own standards of living are diminished a little, as long as, in consequence, along with it, the situations of the people they despise, as their inferiors, mainly coloreds, are affected even worse than they are. Your basic teabagger thinks the worst thing about Social Security or universal health care or any government assistance program that treats they themselves, the redneck crackers who regard themselves as superior to the rest of those whom the benefits include, exactly the same as the people they detest. And they can't abide that. They do not want to be thought equal or equivalent to and be treated exactly the same as those whom they despise as their inferiors. They'd rather crash the whole damn program than be regarded as in any way the same as those niggers or Mexicans they hate. So they don't mind if their own piece of the pie is a little bit diminished, as long as their inferiors take a bigger hit, or preferably are entirely deprived. That's just how that cookie crumbles down in those parts, hippies. So stop by the store on the way out, pick up a tank top, one of the cool WWH logo or a bumper sticker. They're cool too. Those dichoric ampules are nifty. We'll watch them change colors when I see you at the beach, Shares.